Hi guys, Richard from SharpshootingUK here. I've got various bags and mats to show you today, notably the new one from AIM, Scout Combo, which is this new squarer bag, and this mat for this mat here on the right, which rolls up rather than folding up like the old one, for under £200, which represents quite a bargain. Okay, so we've got an old 50 here. Well, not old, it's just the different one, sorry. And then there's the Scout bag. Now, I'll point you through the major differences. The AIM bag is the standard really for protecting your rifle and carrying kit. Lots of pockets, lots of attachments, good zips, Velcro for your badges, drag section at the front which is removable, good padding, and then adjustable cargo area inside to keep your gun suspended if you want to put the butt in there and then use the excellent shoulder straps to carry it. That really is quite a lot of functionality in one thing. They're expensive, but I've been running them years and they do what they should without any failures. You know, annoying things like the zips going and things like that, it's just not going to happen. So I'm a big fan, no doubt about it. It's a premium, tested, tried and trusted kit, really is. Now the new one is relatively cheaper in that you get the bag in, the mat in for under £200. So let's just look at the differences here. Obviously you can see here the shape is tapered at the end, whereas the new one is squarer, which I prefer, and I also think this bag is stiffer, which is never a bad thing. The handles are offset to the side slightly, which is a nice little addition. And then when you look at the front bags, excuse me, you can see that we've got webbing, always handy. And then we've got these three large front pockets, and each of these velcros and cinches and is lined. I've got in here some AI mags, so you can't argue with that. Yeah, so nice smart logo, really big pouch there. You can put binos in there. This is, I think, an evolution, really. And then, of course, you've got this centre bag still. Let me get that shadow out of the way. Then you've got this huge centre bag here, which again has got sections in where you can stand your moderator and your bolt. So I think that's tremendous. Inside, same deal. We've got our strapping to secure, and then you've got a foot area where you can put the butt. Excuse me while I get some light on this. There, so you can put your rifle in there, suspend it off the bottom of the case by using these to hold the rifle in the middle of the cargo area, and then that is then safe and suspended and really protected when you then use the straps on the back, which incidentally you could tuck away under here. They don't have to be dragging around all the time, but under here, just open this and pull them out, are straps that enable you to carry this pretty securely. Now, the interesting thing about this system, the new one, is that you can put this mat rolled up on it. What you used to do with the original AIM bag was to put that on your back and then carry that by the handles. The first thing that I feel is an omission is that there's no slide down the middle there for your cleaning rod. Now, I really liked that. If you look here in this one, let me get some light in here. Under this strap, there is a long tube running along the base where you can put your cleaning rod. Nice touch that, I always liked it. But something I don't like, you see this hole here? So at the bottom of the zip, it floats, and there is a hole there which reduces the waterproofing. I mean, it's pretty extreme, but I've never liked that. If you look at the AIM, the Scout, that area there is solid. Okay, I'll turn that around so we can get some light in there, and you see here that that section there is solid, but there isn't a section here for your cleaning rod. So a slight plus and a slight minus, but I mean, heavily padded this, really stiff. I don't prefer one or the other, they just have a couple of different features. I quite like the square look and the new pockets on this one. And that is double cool, that. So I really like this, but the thing is the value when you get the mat included. So I'll talk about the mat a bit now as well. So here's the normal AIM mat. This one has had some use, to say the least. So you'll notice that it folds into 3, and then you can carry it with the handles. I find it quite handy because you can stick a couple of things in the sandwich in the middle and carry them a short distance. So I have grown to really love this mat in that it's just been a staple of my shooting for years, as you can see by the state of it. It's lasted well, it's been hammered mercilessly in the most awful weather. The thing is top quality. Now the new one is totally different. It's designed to roll up, and so it's jointless, so it should in theory be tougher and better padded where there isn't a join there, you see. Not that I found that to be a problem, but this one is one piece. Now these end bits are used, they're just thin, but they're still waterproof. These are just used for tucking it in when you roll it up. So the actual width of the padding is these 3 sections in the middle there. I think the padding is as good, if not better, than before, and there's a really sturdy waterproof section behind this, which I'll show you now. I'll turn it over. That's the back side, really tough and waterproof. I'll now roll it up so you can see how small it goes. Okay, so without much care I've simply rolled that together. You don't want it to have to be perfect, so like rolling up a blow-up mattress so it goes in the annoying bag. And you have to get it exactly rolled to the right density each time. None of that, because these straps here are adjustable. So you get it to the width that suits you, and then the straps will sort out the rest, and you can cinch them tighter or looser. So it's not a big mess on to get it rolled up. And then you can carry it with the handle. And there's these straps here for attaching it to whatever, and you can suspend it on the bag up by your shoulders. So I have no problems with this. I've been using it for a few months. It doesn't have these tie downs, and it doesn't have these. Now I know some people will miss that. Personally, I never used that. Never used it. I use a tab bag, iPad cover, and all my notes are in there. I don't use that, but I know that you know, some people do. There are other ways of skinning that cat, but frankly I won't miss that section personally, but that isn't included on the new one. And as I say, nor are these tie down things, which on paper I would have thought was an omission, but actually I never use them. I have some spikes that I take with me that I put through there, but I find that I don't use that in high wind. And you do need to secure your mat in high wind, absolutely. But what I find I actually do is I use my spare sandbag and or bullets, ammo, you know, various kit that I would have with me, I use to secure it in the wind. So, you know, I find that the emission on the new mat of these tie down loops isn't a big problem. You've got really good storage now, I mean, better than ever. A squarer mat, which I prefer, the same excellent straps and quality, a lot of thought gone into it. A lot of thought gone into it. So this one, the original AIM, has this cleaning rod section. The Ridgeline has it. It's just that it hasn't carried on into this new one. I imagine you could just put your rod in the bottom there. You know, it was nice in that little container, but no biggie, no biggie. It also stiffened these bags ever so slightly, but this bag doesn't seem to need it. It's really harder. Maybe it's just because it's so new, but it feels harder in its padding. Reassuringly solid and sturdy, it really is. So yeah, you don't need a rod to stiffen that up. I reckon you could just rest it in the bottom. Okay, I give this Scout Matte bag combo a wholehearted thumbs up. It is a really good deal. I know it's a lot of money, but it is what it is, and you get the two of them, you save some money, you get a well thought out mat. It's different to the old one, but in a good way, and the bag I slightly prefer for a few subtle reasons. So very, very safe bet this, guys. Very, very safe bet.